Hey guys, this is part 2 of Invisible, the story that I sort of had read half of to you guys. So enjoy again. Mr. Caro's search did not last long. He knew with that many drinks in her she would not go far, or if she did go far, there would possibly be a trail of vomit. To do both of these was also quite possible. His first guess was right, and he found her collapsed 30 feet away from the pub. He was surprised nobody else took her. The least he could do was take care of her, bring her home, and clean her up. He hoisted her up over his shoulder and began the long trip home. She woke up slowly to a throbbing migraine. After the pitiful revenge of the shots, she looked around a rather tastefully decorated room. She decided it was, seeing no one, safe. She got out of bed and onto the cold wooden floor, and a chill ran up her spine. She shivered and stood up when she heard something behind her. She quickly turned around and in her alarmed state grabbed a pillow and held it as menacingly one could hold something soft and comfortable. Then she saw him, and it wasn't easy. For some reason, he seemed to blend into the walls and decor of the room. Had he been as unnoticeable the night before? No. He had more of a presence from what she could remember from the scattered memories of last night. Then he spoke. Huh. Are we going to have a slumber party now? He said, pointing to her weapon. Here, I'll French braid your hair while you tell me all about who the cutest boys are. Gail's cheeks burned from embarrassment and anger, and she dropped the pillow. Then she realized what happened last night, and she looked blankly at him, not knowing what to say next. Yes, I carried you home. And nobody noticed? I'm sure noticed? I'm sure if you were the big shot you told me you were, people would question you and think less of you at the very least by dragging a drunk chick home. Here's the thing, he said and nervously took a breath. I think I become invisible. Socially. Huh? People can't see me or notice me unless I either make an ass out of myself, and don't say anything to that, please, or make myself known in a big way. And get this, if I leave them even for a short time, they forget me ever talking to them. Then Gail did something Mr. Caro didn't expect. She laughed. She didn't freak out or leave in a huff. She just laughed. You're kidding me, she said in between sobs of laughter. Mister, I'm a very important man. This must be killing you. Here, can I try something out? Go ahead, just do what you want. You'll see me or not see. You'll see, or not see, or whatever. Which room's the bathroom? It's open and you should see it. In case you haven't guessed, it's the one with the toilet in it. Thanks, Gail said, and went in after flipping Mr. Caro off. Then she waited for a moment and opened the door. Nope, fortunately, I still remember you and see you as well, she said in a somewhat disappointed tone. Hey, maybe it's worn off then. And he quickly rushed out the door, down to the stairs, and onto the street. Seconds later, he came back with a beaten look about him. Gail looked at him from his favorite armchair and smugly questioned, I guess that didn't wear off? Mr. Carroll sighed and admitted that it didn't and flopped down on the bed. He soon found himself asking questions like, how did this happen? Why can only she see me? Is this going to last forever? What did I do to deserve this? Finally, Gail interrupted his deep pondering. How long is this silence going to go on? 'Cause I've got things to do. Sorry. Another long, awkward silence fell upon the room. Well, goodbye. Wait! Oh, what? Gail asked impatiently. You're the only one who could see me or notice me or whatever you call it. Could you stay around a little longer? Fine, Gail said and plopped back down onto the armchair. But let's talk about something. I hate awkward silences. Okay, what do you want to talk about? I don't know, I don't know what, just something. Well, we could talk about me. My God, you are just as shallow. No, no, no. More shallow than I could have expected. You don't deserve to be paid attention to by anyone. Goodbye, Mr. Caro. She quickly rushed out the door, slammed it, and left Mr. Caro more alone than he had ever been. Gail was walking, full of anger and spite, and in the mood to do something about it. She walked for a couple blocks until she came to a rather odd, but still in a strange way, beautiful well. And she knew just what to do to get rid of her anger. Even if it didn't work, it seemed that it would be somewhat satisfying. She thought her wish to make Mr. Caro socially invisible to all, even her. Then she paused, expecting something, and feeling silly, continuing her walk. That night, Mr. Caro had a fitful dream. Then he woke up and forgot it all, and slipped into a more pleasant, far more comfortable dream. And after what seemed like only a few seconds, he was woken up by a less natural cause. His alarm clock. After mumbling a few curses, he got out of bed onto the chilly floor, and immediately the memories of Gail on the night before rushed back to him. Oh, shit, he said, and quickly got dressed and rushed as best he could out of the door, hoping it was all a dream, but knowing it wasn't. This fear became reinforced when, as he rushed out past, there was no hello, no wave. People didn't even dodge him walking down the street. Time for another test, he said to himself, and grabbed a person and held him to a wall and asked in the most menacing tone he could force, "Can you see me?" "Well, duh. Now put me down, asshole." "Oh, sorry," Mr. Carroll apologized with a hint of relief in his voice. But as he began to walk down the street, he heard the man's friend saying something that made his blood turn cold. "Who was that guy?" "What guy?" "Wait, what?" "I don't know." "How could they just forget me like that?" Mr. Carroll asked himself, and walked on, knowing that somehow either he was in some sort of forced social limbo, or the town was under some sort of mass hypnosis. And due to the fact that he didn't believe in hypnosis, social limbo it was. Sobered by that revelation, he began to walk home. Then he decided to have one last experiment, and he passed a small coffee shop. As a waitress went by with a full platter of coffee, he grabbed one. Nothing. Maybe this isn't all bad, thought Mr. Carroll, and he quickly chose a place to sit down among the path of waiters, casually picking off caffeine-loaded drinks until his hands couldn't stop shaking and left, without paying, without notice, and continued to live in a social limbo. Alright, hopefully you enjoyed it, or at least paid attention long enough. Next time I do a story for this, it probably won't be long. Hope you enjoyed. Bye. More stand-up soon. And more stories soon. See ya.